Hi there, welcome to the Noah Presgrove case. Welcome to those currently here in the live premiere. Today what we're looking at is the major conflict drama and all kinds of hell breaking loose. You do not want to miss out because more importantly, I myself, WarLike Wrath, have to respond to certain behaviour by others and claims made and simply defend myself and also refer to what's ongoing elsewhere and other ins and outs of why I may not do this or that. So it's very crystal clear because not everyone will be on the same wavelength, nor will they be able to predict as far ahead as myself. And that's why I do what I do and where I currently am. So don't go anywhere. Maybe at the end of this video, there could be a bit of a surprise. I don't know. Who knows what could happen? But just be sure to share your thoughts, live reactions. If you're here during the premiere, you'll find the chat box on the right-hand side. And if you want to drop a comment at any point, whether you're watching on catch-up or not, if you got any questions, whether you agree, disagree, have your own experiences, feel free to drop a comment down below under the video. That will help with spreading awareness, spreading the video so more people can see it, and I can respond back later. And speaking of which, I can respond back to the last video, some key comments there, and just see where we're at. Just keep up to date, what's going on, get a bit high activity. Is it turning into a Facebook 2.0? No, it can't and it won't. Different sets of people can come and go and others in between remain. Not everyone sees eye to eye, but like I said, does it become a bidding war? Maybe. Does it become a tug of war? Absolutely. Do I get caught up in the middle of it all? Absolutely. Does it get to a point where maybe demands are made and then I have to give in and yield even though it's my own channel? Yes. One will not yield, okay? But besides that, there's a handful of things to refer to. The best place would be to start directly about the case, more so Noah Presgrove related, and the comments and responses, what people think or believe in the case, any questions need answering, any additional information which may have not been acknowledged before, I can do that. There might be a previous video somewhere where it's even more active with responses back and forth with either Justin Roy and or Brooke Bounce Carter. But it's going to take too much time to get through all that today. And to be honest, just got to keep up with the latest things, if you get what I'm saying. If you are interested in previous coverage and those previous videos for the content itself or simply the comment section, top right corner of the screen up there where the I symbol is, if you click on it, you get a drop down box with the full playlist and loose videos from recent time. And if anyone wants to support my channel, the best way to do it is down below in the comment section, pinned message by me. There are additional links, for example, membership link, and more importantly, the PayPal link. When it comes to YouTube, they take a bigger percentage cut away from the channel. They're very greedy, and considering how YouTube has treated me in recent time and beyond, it's been a bit problematic. Now, as I said, today I'm going to be referring back to myself and defending myself because it just so happens that direct or indirectly, WarLike Wrath has been silenced to an extent on the Reddit page. The more original, somewhat well-known Reddit page of Noah Presgrove. Very interesting. I'll be referring to that shortly after. Not that we need to get into screenshots because I don't want to direct too much negativity to the exact subreddit, but I will be talking anyway because I have seen it myself. I have gone on my profile and I have noticed things have happened. And not that I've had too many run-ins or really any in the past over there, but something's definitely gone down, something bad. But at the same time, because I'm such a good boy, I'm such a good boy, I'm going to use reasoning abilities, something which other humans lack. Okay? Don't worry, it'll be under control. But without further ado, the order of how we'll do it: comment section first, relevant to the case, then possibly add on with my responses, defend myself in regards to the Reddit situation, then move on to the mod discussion, then move on to anything else in between. And yeah, just make sure to stick around and let's see how things go. Here we are. Let's adjust it to the latest. We start from the bottom, work our way up. Blue Wolf, maybe the first time I've seen them, saying, I wonder if these party people are worried about accountability. Crimes are solved years later. I mean, in terms of worrying about accountability, what exactly in regard to Noah Presgrove's death, in regard to where he was found at, in regard to letting him walk away, even though that can be his own choice if he decides to do so, just like how he's done in the past. Free will there. Accountability in the social hosting, the alcohol being served, possibly. Or what about the accountability of maybe some party goers who may have showed up already drunk, even if they are underage, or over the correct age, but still drinking and driving? Could have put other people's lives in danger. You know, maybe some people could say I was a little bit hard on Noah Presgrove, but it was a theory-based one, saying how if Noah Presgrove had his vehicle there at the party house Sunday night going into Monday, if he never had a lift down, but he had his own vehicle just like on Saturday, yeah, he could have left when he wanted to. But would he have been in the right frame of mind if he had? Because if the side-by-side rollover said anything, rolling over, just imagine if that happened on the highway with Noah. Could have been the same outcome, if not arguably putting other people's lives in danger. But in fairness, it doesn't just all fall on Noah Presgrove. It could fall on other partygoers who come, who go, who might have been drunk at the time. Maybe they got lucky. But just worth highlighting. The other form of accountability, but a conscious mind, would be Caden Pressey, who he said himself that when the likes of Renee Milan were there and whoever else, you know, the husband, Stephanie, the daughter, and Stephanie's boyfriend, Caden Pressey decided to clean up like the beer cans and stuff because he didn't want anyone getting in trouble with police, you know, with having been drinking and underage. Taking a bit of accountability in putting himself on the line for others in a selfless act, but still trying to cover up something. Not saying Caden Pressey is a bad person. It shows that he's looking out for other people in a moment like that, amongst everything else going on. But yeah, there's different ways of looking at the accountability. You could say the accountability of people within the community that may say false claims and slanderous stuff towards other people. Label some individuals as really bad words and what they've done, even though they haven't, and there's no evidence. Paint a bad picture of someone could destroy the life, could destroy real life things. And other people may hide or try and divert it elsewhere or use an alternative account. That can come from any side, any way. Like what I've come across myself and experienced. It's interesting. We got Michelle. Hi, Wrath. Thank you for continuing coverage. You're welcome. Jerry Lee, welcome to the channel. He says, I'm looking into this too. I believe he was put on the side of the road, already dead. So you think that he may have died elsewhere, further down the highway south, or maybe party house property? What do you think? Sonny says, that's what I think too. Interesting. Then we've got Sherry, where did all the comments go? Well, we're looking at them right now on screen. If you're referring to the live chat replay of the live premiere, it will be there. You just need to look to the right. And if not that, there'll be a button somewhere where you can reveal the live chat. It always saves. You can see it. It will be there. Teresa. So what were they doing between 2:43 a.m. to 4:30 a.m.? Why Jack say he was dead at 4 a.m? What, Noah supposedly walked off and everyone went fast asleep? BS. Jerry's wondering. I said, unless Jack Newton was told afterwards about the news of when Noah could have died, like an estimate, just like how Caden Pressey was told a handful of different things, for example, the side-by-side rollover on a different day. Caden Pressey also told at a later point by Jasmine Millan that Noah Presgrove had walked away in between, 2 and 3 in the morning. Rough estimate. Is that a separate event, or is that the one what Jack's referring to as in 3:30? It could be. Could be just a misunderstanding in time difference and how it's said by different people. Nevertheless, Caden Pressey told certain things about the party, about Noah at a later point. Jack Newton, the same applies to him to an extent, as we've already seen with the timeline. Of stuff that he says, but he's supposedly asleep at the same time. How would you know all that happening? Oh, because you were actually awake and you were lying about sleeping? That's one way people interpret it. The other way you interpret it is he was asleep at some point, and the other things that he mentions, because he was told that's what supposedly happened at that point, Jack was told about it at a later time, just like Caden Pressey. See, there's not enough context behind Jack Newton and his reference to the 4 in the morning when Noah passed away. If a bit more context was given, or it was reposted, reshared elsewhere, with a response directly from the horse's mouth, or even someone on behalf of Jack, that could go a long way. Yet to see that after this time. We got Glenn shout out. Then we got this person called Hezi. Don't forget the rollover between Alicia Lee's call and Jasmine Millan's post. Right. Okay. Supposedly the time of the rollover is around 2:40 in the morning, from what Caden had said. Caden did not see it at the time because he was asleep. Granted, 3 minutes later, woken up by Alicia Lee, which is interesting. But that 2:40 timestamp is of the after effects of the rollover, not in the moment of it rolling over. Probably close together, though, in fairness, and Noah having a bloodied nose. Caden says this because he was told or shown it physically with hard evidence, but at a later point, not at the time of the party, but at a later point. If Caden Pressey is present, he can leave a comment, a response somewhere, saying on what day he was shown it and maybe who by, right? A photo from a video or a screenshot from a video. Caden mentioned the word video. There was a photo from a video. I've even documented it myself on my channel. Not everybody believes in it. Not everybody believes Caden said that. And I've literally got the video clip, the short clip of it being said, and people still don't watch or listen or believe. And there's only so much that I can do. But I think Hezi greatly misunderstood my video. The reality is, I did not mention it to the full extent in this video of mine from yesterday. There is no public hard evidence. Yes, I briefly talked about the event in the video, but I did not show it or compare or contrast, analyse to the same extent, just because there was no photo of it on the public surface. And, the purpose of my video, it wouldn't link the same. Hezi says, well, Caden Pressey saw it, and Brooke Bounds Carter admitted to seeing it as well. Is that true? Did Brooke Bounds Carter admit to seeing the side-by-side rollover video or photo? Is that so? On one of your videos that she commented on, she said the rollover wasn't that big of a deal. Noah was laughing. She said someone was filming it and it showed Noah's bloodied nose. And she said something that I think you misunderstood. She said another kid that was on it at the time when the rollover happened ran up and showed he got a bloodied lip from the rollover. And you thought she was saying Noah Presgrove got the bloody lip on How You Never Heard About Noah Presgrove's Bloody Lip. But when BBC said that, I thought how strange that versus shared a pic of JJ Bumpass with a bloody lip. Anyway, just trying to share the fact, may not have seen the video, but you do have two main people admitting to the video. Right, okay, let's make one thing extremely clear. First, I'll respond back with what I said, but the whole point of my YouTube video, the timeline is of hard evidence based on, which includes photos, screenshots, and Snapchat post with a timestamp added on, or with what other people have said on behalf of the photo to tell a story. If there are no photos or screenshots available in regards to an event like the shower, the side-by-side rollover, the supposed teabagging, the bedroom debacle, if none of that is available publicly in regards to the event, no matter if people say it happened, and if people double down on it, I just won't include it in the video because it would defeat the purpose of it. The purpose of the video last night was photos, hard evidence, screenshots, Snapchats relevant to the day of Noah Presgrove's death or the night before, in process of it all building up. People that were there from their point of view and showing it on screen in the correct order because it's never really been done before. And other party footage, which was shown, was muddled up and all over the bloody place. So I've basically got most of it, which is relevant to around the time. I've categorised it, I've put it in the correct order with the correct times, I've compared, I've contrasted, and people are saying, oh, I've missed out on this, I've missed out on that. No, I didn't, because first of all, I acknowledged it in my video, so maybe this individual did not watch my whole video. Maybe they skipped ahead and missed out what I said. There's nothing I can do about that. People need to watch my videos from start to finish, or at least try to, because if you don't, likely 99.9% of the time when complaints come around, it's by people who did not watch my video properly or with the same accuracy score, and or there was a language barrier along the way, such as with John Doe, that whiny comment that time, where at the end of the day, I was aware of the situation, I was aware of the person's name, it's just that other plums out there spelt it wrong and it sounded like a completely different individual. And maybe we can get to that in the future as well, in regards to some other complications. But the video that I did last night, it was all done just right. It was just done with absolute, all under control like mentality. So it's all fine, no need to worry. But in regards to the bit around here, let's just see. The bit about where I misunderstood it or so happened, ran up, showed he got a bloodied lip from the rollover. No. I'm basing it off from what Caden Pressey had seen himself. And Caden Pressey didn't mention about a bloody lip. Caden Pressey said the person recording it ran up to Noah Presgrove, kind of up in his face, and Noah had a bloodied nose. So by me being told I may have got it wrong or misunderstood it, no, I'm reiterating what Caden Pressey had said previously. See, there is a pattern and a trend with time that when WarLike Wrath refers to almost word for word what a key person had said, like Caden Pressey, which other people obey and bow down to. I've said it word for word, I've reiterated the time, fast forward into the future, other people that may support, defend Caden or once did, end up then kind of questioning me and saying, Wrath, you're wrong. The time is wrong. It's actually this, not that. What are you on about, Wrath? Questions all over the place. And it's like, hold on a second. Just remember, that's what Caden originally said. I've remembered it. I've reiterated it. And if it is wrong, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. I'm just being more consistent. I'm referring to what was originally said from the horse's mouth. If it needs to be changed, that can be done with time. But there's a bit of a pattern where when something is wrong, but it's because of other people's doing, that just because I've reiterated it to keep that consistency and archive it, I'm considered the one that's creating all of the issues. So we need to get that just a little bit adjusted with time. The bit about, and you thought, so Wrath thought that BBC was saying, no, Presgrove got the bloody lip, on how you never heard about the lip. Well, in fairness, I did mention, or there was a screenshot, because whether it be a comment on YouTube or if it was also reiterated on Facebook at some point, there was a reference about a bloodied lip. But that arguably could have been from what Stevie Howard may have said. There's a handful of different people that may have commented on about the rollover. At the end of the day, a bloodied lip or a bloodied nose, or both. At the end of the day, it was Carter Combs that mentioned nothing about Noah being injured. Oh, Noah was just simply dirty and he needed a wash. And even when maybe Brooke Bounds Carter defended Carter Combs, saying she didn't do anything inappropriate to Noah, it wasn't dodgy or anything like that. They were just simply friends looking out for Noah and just assisting him, but no touching took place. That's what BBC said, but Carter Combs said herself that there was physical touch, at least in holding him up. That's not a problem, but it clearly shows there's a bit of inconsistency between, in comparison to a actual witness that was there, and a person who wasn't. The person who wasn't there, you can't expect them to know everything, I understand. But it also shows that there's a lack of communication in the background, or some details may have been forgotten, or slightly worded with time. And just as a little heads up there, apologies from last night's video. But then again, my language and wording tends to be somewhat under control anyway. I made a reference to what Carlson Myers, is he a Texas boy? And people said, nope, he's not. He's from within the area, I think onwards north. Okay, there we go. Was it Comanche or Duncan? Over that way. Nevertheless, just wanted to throw it in there. But I suppose we were Texas boys, maybe in the right corner of the room off screen from the screenshot what we showed last night. But the full video is available on one of my shorts, so you'll be able to find it anyway, and in the playlist as well. Anything else that needs to be mentioned here? The picture of JJ with a bloodied lip. It was more so his whole area of the surface area of his mouth, and that blood could have been from anything really, and that photo supposedly wasn't from the party. So, we've catched up there. It needed to be acknowledged. Joe, it's strange. Jasmine Milan posted Noah missing and smiling about it? Question. See, without context, you could say it's strange. With a bit of context and what Jasmine had said as a follow-up, November 3rd, 2023, they weren't expecting what was to happen next, not anticipating it. It's understandable in a way. And if Jasmine was a little bit merry or drunk, smiling in the moment at a party, I get that. You could ask yourself, though, is it the norm for people to take photos, selfies, and announce that Noah is missing? Does that normally happen? Not heard an answer about that. But in defense of Jasmine Milan and that Snapchat post, the reference to Noah being missing, it was a regular occurrence, as Jasmine said. To back that up, Caden Pressey, of all people, also said wherever Caden went to a party, if Noah was there, Noah almost all the time would walk away to cool off for about 30 minutes, normally when he was drunk. Well, it just so happens at this party, Noah was drunk and just may have walked away. Caden may have not witnessed it this time, but it's quite likely that it did happen if Noah was known to do it all other times. Just use a bit of common sense and there we go. Justin Roy. Bottom line, if the truth was told from the very beginning, none of this would have happened. Happened as in what? The death or onwards? All they had to do is tell the truth about what happened to Noah, that's it. Social hosting is the location. Avery Combs provided the location of the party and the alcohol with minors, weapons, and a death. That's a 5-year prison sentence in Oklahoma. Where's the accountability? The party house has been reported several times and nothing ever happened. Why has the party house been reported several times? And when exactly? Recently? In the past? Before Noah Presgrove's death? Years before? When exactly? I know Jan Fiorillo said a week before the party, a previous party took place and it was similar in events that happened, and a person did report it into the police, but the police didn't follow up or investigate. But who reported it then and why? Because no one really lives that close to the party house unless you're driving down the highway passing by. So what caused it to be reported and why? Just let me know your thoughts. AC had a warrant. Avery Combs had a warrant that same day and nothing happened. What same day? September 4th? September 3rd? What day are we referring to? So let's all ask, why does nothing ever happen to these people? But watch, somehow they will try and and turn it on me. Oh, the manipulation, deflection, gaslighting from this group is sickening. Noah deserved better. Let's just see what the responses are. Member, I appreciate everyone who worked with Ellie immediately and has continued to do so whilst facing unimaginable vitriol, lies, bullying from strangers. Full truth, accountability are quickly coming to a head concerning everyone who has bullied innocent people and obstructed justice. Teresa, most towns either have get out of jail card because you're snitching related to a cop. Anyone else, straight to jail on a warrant. No exceptions. Someone's kid in the dirt and still no warrant. LE, not what it used to be apparently. Robbie Taylor. I guess this is to Justin. You truly feel you had no moral obligation to report underage drinking at that party as you watched the snaps. Aren't you a deacon in a church? Let's see those people reports that the party's been reported, no receipts. Then it didn't happen. Right, so I'll just mention one thing, adding on or responding or giving my thoughts with what Robbie is getting at here. And I actually mentioned it in the past. If Noah Presgrove was perfectly okay, nothing bad happened, but the side-by-side rollover did occur, no big deal, bit of a bloodied nose or lip, okay, but Noah's safe and fine, no death whatsoever. Oh, it's okay then when there's underage drinking. But the moment there is a death, oh, now it's a problem. Now action needs to be taken. You see, just like with bullying in school when it leads to a mass shooting and the ones that were the victims turn shooters, yes, get revenge, avenge themselves, collateral damage caught in the background, which is unfortunate, but at the end of the day, oh, what's the reference? Oh, this school shooting wouldn't have happened if we took action earlier. You know, the bullying as well. If we actually cared earlier. And then other people say in the background, oh, you know what? If I was there, if I was a friend, I would have done something about it. No, you wouldn't. Okay, a lot can be said, and other times action can be taken when it's too late, when someone is no longer around. But at the time earlier on when nothing bad happens, but still social hosting laws supposedly being broken, action needs to be taken. See, if people are going to be consistent and all in, that if you believe the social hosting is a bad thing, laws being broken, underage drinking, alcohol served to minors, whether Noah Presgrove died or not, there should be some social hosting rule follow-up regardless, right? But I'm thinking that with the previous parties in the past, when there may have been underage drinking and elsewhere, oh, that's all okay, that's fine, even though it's breaking laws, just because no one died there. But now because someone has died, now it's a problem. If it was tackled earlier on, then you could argue and say, if it didn't happen again, because there was more restrictions, then Noah would be alive. So action only is taken when it's too late. But if people are very passionate and focused about following up on this justice and the rules and the laws being followed, would these same passionate individuals do the exact same months, weeks before on previous parties which Noah attended where there was underage drinking? Or is that okay, but this isn't? That sounds like picking and choosing. That's just my opinion there. Teresa, why no reports asking these questions on private eyes or police investigate may hand over to the feds? See, when Justin Roy mentions about previous times, the location or things have been reported, what? Social hosting rules being broken? If so, then fair enough. And if no action was taken then fair enough. It's just checking for that consistency. If people really believe in it, are they taking action only now or have they been in the past? As he says, Justin Roy, I'm so with you. I'm more of a parent that is not worrying about my reputation and what people say about me. I don't even know Noah, and I know 100% in my heart he does deserve better. WarLike Wrath seems maybe he's being smudged over by the new support on his channel by BBC and friends, and I wish he wouldn't have fallen for it. I know her kind, and in my opinion, truth don't play into her saving grace. Sickening. Okay, so Hezi, we're getting in a bit of a muddle here, are we not? There's a bit of a problem, Hezi, okay? This is just your perception, and it's not exactly accurate, to be fair. Considering that you made a reference to my video last night, things I did not include or did not mention, when in actual fact that I did mention it, it's just that you did not watch my whole video or you didn't listen at the time. That's not my problem there, but there seems to be a problem here. I do need to respond back to it. And to be honest, I probably could add it on later in regards to a Reddit post. See, the timing of everything going on. People are jumping about like a zoo. People need to get a grip, slow things down, because this is the typical Facebook in general mentality of how things can go downhill. We're not stepping into Facebook right now. We are stepping in to WarLike Wrath territory. This is my channel. This is my video. This is a live Premier chat set up by me. That Premier chat does not need to exist. It does not need to be saved either. A video doesn't even need to exist in the first place, but I make the choice to do so. And when it comes to adding in info along the way and research from both sides, the moment I become unbiased, that's the moment I'm regarded as a bad person. The moment I switch to the dark side, whilst I've spent months upon months upon months upon months of the light side, oh, now it's a problem. For that full picture, for that full understanding, I cannot do it all at once. Mistakes would be made. Things would be missed out. I've got to do it one by one from both sides, interchanging or one after the other. In recent time, because of my presence, and because I am the catalyst, and other times in life, if certain things aren't done, things will die. People will die, but not literally, figuratively, metaphorically speaking. The catalyst, not by choice, it just happens. Maybe not as confident as others, but still got to become the catalyst at times. In regards to what's going on now, there is simply an unfortunate misunderstanding, Hezi. And you're not the only individual to interpret this way, because I saw on Reddit too, and we'll get to that later. But it depends how long Hezi has been around for. If you've been around long enough and done your research, you would understand the formal procedures of how I operate around here. Correct? To say that WarLike Wrath is being smudged over, and that, oh, I wish he hadn't fallen for it, that can be interpreted, Hezi, that you're questioning my ability, you're questioning my intelligence. Now, it can just be an opinion and an observation, but I would say a rather piss-poor version. But let's see what else is being said. Who's this user? Is this the... No, it's somebody else, I think. Justin Roy, you brought up a lot of good points always. I feel the investigation was botched from the beginning. Nothing makes sense to me. Very sad. Noah deserved better. May God rest his soul. There are so many who cannot be trusted in groups, and probably that town where people occurred, everything occurred. Annoyed Mama here says to Robbie, Donna had been trying to shut them down all summer. She reported the drinking every weekend and Ellie did nothing about it. So don't you dare try and put that on anyone. Okay, well, if it's true that someone like Donna Bond has been trying to shut them down all summer, as in what summer? Summer of 2024? Summer of 2023, 2022? When exactly? And there might be a level of consistency, yes, and determination, passion, fair enough. But, you know, is it the mindset of trying to get them shut down? The social hosting, follow up on that justice after the death or before the death? Weeks before, months before, okay? It's important to measure. John, South Carolina, had the Murdoch family, got away for a while, justice finally served, track record of crimes, negligence, law looking other way, happens all the time. Hopefully, ones in charge of this case have no personal investment with any side and can get sources, evidence directly from, so it's not second-hand screenshots. Maybe Jefferson County got all this info. Maybe not. Maybe they're hiding something or covering up. Not, but sure, it looks like you could do a sequel to No Country for Old Men. The way the drunk 20-year-olds outsmarted OHP. Victor? Well, the letter of the law, you're right about that. You know, Avery's family and friends on the site, there's no doubt this was a party house. So you're saying Avery was the main supply of alcohol? I can't believe how over 21 drinking with under 21s, that's asking for trouble. But I hear small towns all hang out. But to want to charge her, I get like someone older than 25. I heard Mikey Brylan 15 and 16 and Georgia 15. Wait. I thought Mikey was about 17. As for Brylan, 17 or 18. Just to my knowledge, Georgia, 15, yes. Breeley, 15 or 16. Were they invited? Did they crash it? Did this party cause Noah's death? I think Stevie Howard said Noah's drinking caused his death. No, not Stevie Howard, at least to my knowledge. In recent time, with what I covered, Sarah Long that said it with the cold statement of Noah Presgrove decided to drink and supposedly bring his own alcohol down. Noah made a choice to walk away as well and go towards the highway. So one thing led to another. The other partygoers cannot be blamed for it. I mentioned a McDonald's reference to try and understand the situation, but it was done poorly. I couldn't get Caden to tell me how much alcohol he consumed, but he did say he was broke. Well, whether you're broke or not, if you've got a party and there's alcohol present, you might be rich in that. Justin, you're correct, to annoyed mama. I have messages from Donna where she has reported the party house multiple times now and nothing happened. Okay, fair enough. If no action has been taken ever since, there's a bit of a problem, yes. But in terms of reporting the party house, is that in regards to since Noah Presgrove's death? Or is it before Noah's death, when there's been previous parties? If so, then there would be more consistency there and passion, in my opinion. I'm sure people will misunderstand me in regards to that. Justin to Victor. Noah did not bring alcohol Sunday night. It was provided to him at the house. He was invited to that house party. They let him supposedly walk off knowing he was drunk. But this is the thing. Noah Presgrove is an adult, 19 years old. He can make the choice to walk away. Granted, maybe one of the friends or the best friend, if they were to see and witness Noah walking away towards the highway, maybe someone could have gone after him to see if he's okay, check in on him within like 10, 15 minutes or, something like that. But, Noah can make his own choice to walk away if he wants. Okay? He doesn't deserve death, of course. And I'm not agreeing with what Sarah Long had said to that cold level. But at the end of the day, Caden Pressey said that Noah was known to walk away in the past many, many times for 30 minutes or so. No complaints about that. No bad outcomes then. It's just that because this one time when it has gone wrong, people are going to be more critical on this one event. People are going to be more critical on the social hosting laws being broken this time round because there is a death. But all the other times in the past, not under the same magnifying glass of scrutiny. There's not enough consistency, depth, or frequency. You're going to be all in. Interesting. What else do we have? Instead, they victim shame, blaming Noah for his death in a way. Yes, I've seen that. Avery Combs again had a warrant that same day, but what for exactly? That same day, you mean Monday? Nothing happened to her. Why not? These are questions that need to be answered, yet I get attacked for asking them. Social hosting is a felony in Oklahoma. Again, the party house had been reported several times. Nothing happened. But when was it reported several times? If it's during and after Noah's, well, more so after Noah's death, well, okay. If it's before that, well, then more interesting. Oh no, we got more. Justin to member. Avery Combs, warrant, same day, nothing happened. It was a social hosting party with minors, yeah. Party has been reported multiple times, nothing done about it. Yeah, we'll go over that again. Yeah. Why do you keep bringing this up? Look at your manipulation and gaslighting. Again, for the last time, I saw a Snapchat of Noah dancing and a Snapchat of Noah playing beer pong. I don't know what was in the cup, and it's not my place. Okay, so I can understand if you only saw one video or two, you wouldn't know what's really going on. You wouldn't really know the context. Would be no need to report anything or go on. But then to say, and it's not my place, what? Not your place to take action. But is action being taken now? The question could be. Or do you mean it's not my place to know what's in that cup because I wasn't there physically? I would understand that. The party house has already been reported several times, but when exactly? You're showing your real intentions here. Either I do too much and y'all get mad, or I didn't do enough and y'all get mad. Why not take responsibility for your actions? So you're okay with social hosting party where Noah lost his life? Are you okay with social hosting party where Noah lost his life? And others would say, obviously not happy, it's bad news, action, justice needs to be taken. But those people who may be outraged by it, were they outraged months, weeks, years before when other similar parties took place? No deaths happened, but there was still serving underage alcohol to minors, possibly. Just seems like pick and choose. They literally let him walk off, supposedly, knowing he was drunk. Yet, Caden Pressey, who was at previous parties with Noah was able to walk away there. No complaints, no bad outcome on those occasions, so got to understand that as well. How's he? Is it true that Jack Newton has family members in the local law enforcement there? Most of the main last names like the Combs, Howards, Millans, of course, Newtons, of family in the LE courts, prosecutor's office, and of course their own lawyers. I read somewhere a while back that everything to do with Noah's case was never going to come to light because all the rich families own the small town jurisdictional system. Please keep doing what you're doing. Push, blast, annoy. Keep being in the face for the truth. You may be the only person Noah has left that's not going to sit back. Oh, okay, so, yeah. Hezzy says, you're the only person that's doing stuff. But by the way, I'm going to comment on WarLike Wrath's channel, who's literally done a video about the case and literally done a video almost every day for quite some time. Oh, yeah, we'll just forget about that. Yeah. Oh, but by the way, we'll complain about WarLike Wrath for not including this or that. And by the way, we'll have a go at WarLike Wrath for choosing and being bribed by the dark side just because of some recent super chats. For completely neglect and forget all those months upon months of starting off in June 1st, 2024 onwards, covering it from the light side. We'll forget all about that. That's not exactly fair, is it? Anyway, Victor, you get attacked because they're friends and family of Avery's. I don't know, she had a warrant. I did notice they didn't attack Caden. You don't think Noah brought any alcohol? I think that's probably worth researching to see. Oh, it's very alarming personally. I'm not going to stop until I know exactly what happened to Noah the night. They're just too many things that don't add up or make sense. Again, I think if the absolute truth was told at the very beginning, we'd not be here, in my opinion. If Noah did not attend that social hosting party with minors, alcohol and weapons, I still believe Noah would be alive today. He may have been alive today, but if another party happened in the future and he stuck around with the same people, the chances of death could still be around the corner. You never know. His friends failed him, in my opinion, but they can make it right by just telling Noah's family and or community the truth. Noah died. He did not bring any alcohol to the party provided to him. But think about this. If Noah did not attend that social hosting party, he would still be alive, in my opinion. But if he had attended a future party, he could be dead there. Sonny, I got on black nail polish. Like, wow, so groovy. I like Sharon, says Sonny. Oh, Sharon has a new friend. Well, I don't know. Maybe not friend. Just, I don't know what you'd call it, to be honest. Because if I said Sharon has a new admirer, what did I go into? Something like lesbian stranglehold? Oh my God, get some help. Yeah. Where's this proof of 40 people at the party? I just have a hard time believing that with my own eyes. Robin Smith says it's listed in a police report Stevie Howard filed against Donna Bond. This is the Robin Smith, in case you're wondering, Noah Presgrove's aunt. Robin Smith. Stevie Howard is the one responsible for stating 40 people were at the party house. Stevie wasn't even at the house to know. So that says a lot, doesn't it? And why was a police report filed against Donna Bond? What's going on there? Anyone in the chat, if you want to elaborate on this, feel free to do so in the comment section. These are the interesting comments which do stand out, in my opinion. Robbie Taylor, great video today, Raph. Well, I appreciate that. Oh my God, did I just like Robbie Taylor's comment? Oh no, WarLike Wrath is turning into some kind of mutant creature. Oh God, he needs to be exorcised. Is that so? Well, we'll move on. Jeannie, why let the young girl go in the first place expecting a young drinking boy to babysit? Why let the young girl go? So you mean why let Breely, or more so, why let Georgia go down to the party and then Caden has to babysit, watch over her? Well, the thing is, one, Caden Pressey wasn't anticipating nor aware that Georgia was coming on down to the party. That's the first thing. Second of all, supposedly Georgia snuck out to go down to the party. So a bit sneaky. So really, that's pretty much it, to be honest. Jeannie, good time, evidence, WarLike Wrath, appreciate that. Skippy, since the chat has been discussing Caden lately, I revisited Jack, Partners in True Crime interview, episode 11, to compare differences. I came away with more questions, so if anyone has updated info or clarifying comments, please jump in. 35 minutes, 55 seconds. These are the timestamps of Partners in True Crime interview with Jack Newton, episode 11. So you go to Partners in True Crime video. These are the timestamps where it's supposedly mentioned. Okay. First one. Jack says the whole group of friends who were awake, Logan, Avery Carter, Mikey Brylan, SP, who's that, told him Noah had gone to cool off. Caden was asleep. I didn't realise those two boys were awake when Noah left. Was Isaac asleep? Yeah, because Caden said Mikey, Brylan, himself, Isaac were all asleep. But then again, could Caden at one point have said resting? Sometimes if you're resting, you might not be completely asleep, somewhat awake. 37 minutes, 33 seconds. Logan saw Noah walk outside. She watched him walking down the gravel road towards the highway. Robin Ashley said Jasmine told them that Avery was the last person seen walking off. Yeah. So this appears to confirm both girls saw him. Supposedly, yeah. Which some had asked about. Also, previously in the past, it was Jack Newton that was the one to see Noah walk away. So it could have been Jack, could have been Avery, could have been Logan, all at the same time. You never know. 39 minutes in. Jack said he woke up at 5:30 at the earliest, and as he was looking for his hat, he asked Mikey, who was still awake, about Noah. Mikey tells him Noah got mad, walked off. Carter previously said she was supposed to have gone with Jack on the fishing trip, so she was already awake when he woke up. Jasmine told Robin and Ashley that Carter, woke Jack up at 5 in the morning and told him about Noah missing. By now, Noah would have been missing, 1.5 to 2 hours. Jack assumed he'd gone to sleep it off and would come back after 10 minutes or so. What? Because it gets too warm outside in a field. Did they tell Jack how long Noah had been missing and that the search was unsuccessful? Let's just see what the responses are. Quite a lot to take in. Do you know anyone what the argument was about between Avery and Carter? I think you could interpret it as because Noah walked away and playing the blame game. Some say it didn't happen. Justin says it did happen. I can do a separate video about that and give you my thoughts with common sense. Victor, I think Brooke stated they didn't have an argument. Interesting. So why was it told the opposite all the time beforehand? Weird. Victor, yeah, it got interesting about Caden. He didn't answer how much he drank. Yeah, interesting how Mikey and Brylan are awake. So Noah just walks off to the highway, possibly gets hit by a vehicle. Justin Roy turns up the heat when he wants Avery charged with a social justice law. What if Ellie wrong and somehow Noah hit by a big rig and Jack's right but no skid marks? I'm not a big drinker. It's difficult for me to believe getting that drunk to get hit. Skippy, Victor at 1:32 in the video or something, or 1 hour 32 minutes 41 seconds into the video, Robin and Ashley talk about the argument on the porch. Oh yeah, between the sisters. They say Ellie has a video of them arguing, but they don't say what they argued about, and they had seen the video. They don't say how they know about the video. I believe Brooke said sisters argue all the time and it's not a big deal. Yes, see, the thing is, certain events could have happened, but the actual importance behind it may not be a big deal and it could be discounted, but still, it can still be acknowledged. Old Post said they argued about Noah walking off, but I don't know who said that. I'll see if I can find it. Others have stated the same, parroting agreement. See, the thing is, I definitely remember hearing it, and it was a big, big thing that stood out to me in the past. There was a small chance that it could have been mentioned either by Justin Roy in his interview with Partners in True Crime, or even Caden Pressey's. I definitely remember hearing it. It might be like second, third-hand information, even from the person of interest in the case. Victor, what are you doing up to so late? Yeah, Brooke said that, but also I remember hearing about the video. I mean, too much coffee earlier. What? Won't answer that question I asked in chat a week ago about the guy threatening to kill Noah at table. The sitting got no reply. Or just keep your ass. I don't know what that's about. Okay. We're catching up with Victor. WarLike Wrath, for once your video didn't last long enough. Oh, for once. Well, I mean, there's been a few times previously where they were a bit on the short side and someone like just above Sharon said, they're too short, I want them longer. Well, it's whatever length it needs to be naturally. I can't always plan out how long the will actually be. But as for the chat, social law, whatever, with what we talked about today up to now, maybe it might creep back up in the chat. And Strawberry caught up on what I missed. Brilliant. Well, that's good to know. Glad you liked the video. Response-wise, oh, here comes George. To me, Georgia wasn't 15 years old. She was 16.5. Regardless, not the age of an adult. So, still of a young age. On par with Mikey, roundabout then, and Brylan. Okay. Not sure why her own aunt and cousin didn't know her age, but I guess 15 is more dramatic. She'll be 18 in March coming up. Yeah. But, you know, if certain family members didn't acknowledge the correct age at the time, well, then that is a bit questionable and odd, of course, yes. But whether the person is 15 or 16, still a teenager, not even of an adult age yet. But someone like Noah Presgrove or Caden Pressey, who were 19 at the time, that is an adult age. Not the correct age of legal drinking, but still an adult age when you're 18 and over. Anyone below that can be a bit problematic still. Carl, how do you know this information? Do you know these particles? Joe, I'm from Indiana. I effing looking in it. One I can come up with, eh? George thinks he knows everything. He's also the one that shared Alicia Lee's Dropbox because she trusts him. He's been working with the party goers side this whole time. One can only assume there's deep pockets they claim to have got to him, but who knows? I wouldn't trust him if I was you. He got me too. George says, actually, those 100 of screenshots show that you all shared Alicia's Dropbox and she was manically sharing it with lots of people. What is this now? 5 straight nights with no sleep whatsoever, thousands of more texts, DMs, calls. It's a parent's divorce decree, which is publicly searchable. Lie, George. I never had it, yet I saw exactly when and where you got it. Keep trying, George. Charges coming your way. You're a liar. Hundreds of your covens, screenshots, detailed everything. Actually, charges coming your way, and not just your way either. That's what happens when you don't sleep for 5 days and send thousands of texts, DMs, calls, freaking out because you know what you've been doing and now you're worried. Whatever's going on there. So now what we move on to next is where I defend myself, but also make reference to what's gone down on Reddit in recent time. And I'll start with that first. Basically, there is some kind of like main Noah Presgrove Reddit page, which has been around for some time now, which I actually used in 2024. You would have seen yourself when things have been reposted over there. It was of good value, very useful and whatnot. Then came the deep dive one, which was an alternative page, which was okay. But then things went downhill there because I was unjustly kicked or blocked of some sort because of drama. Even though it started because somebody else was attacking me, I defended myself, and because I defended myself, I was punished. And furthermore, I didn't even defend myself on the Reddit page. I didn't bring the trouble over there. Someone else started it, someone else created it. I defended myself on my own YouTube channel on a separate platform, but that was considered a bad action by me at the time. Yeah, bit silly. It was resolved or somewhat resolved later on. Then at a later point, it was misunderstood or misinterpreted by somebody else jumping the gun in a slightly impetuous way, thinking it was to do with me or my name, so I got punished to do with something else. May have tied in line with another person called Impossible War, or a username which involved the word name war, and others thought it meant war in wrath. So misunderstanding, I was the one punished, but apologies were made. Nevertheless, it's been a little bit dodgy at times. The way people jump the gun, the way people can jump on me. I'm not saying that certain people pounce on me, okay, Sharon? No, what I'm referring to is the way, you know, they might hear it from a third-party, second-hand perspective. And some individuals may even be aware of my channel. And instead of coming towards my channel or doing research here, they believe in secondhand stuff, and it's just not always good enough. And the way people can turn up real quick at times can get messy. So what? Have I been kicked or blocked on the main Reddit page then of Noah Presgrove? No, that's all okay. But what has happened, indirectly or directly speaking, I have been silenced on the Reddit page to do with Noah Presgrove, the main, more popular one on Reddit. How have I been silenced? Well, a handful of my videos which I've shared on there because people welcomed it, the moderators or the admin or the one who's in charge of it all welcomed it, wanted it, and now the videos are taken down, have been removed by a or the moderator. Why is that? Why have most of my videos been taken down from that page? I'm simply adding on, spreading awareness, and at one point single-handedly keeping that Reddit page alive. Because if it wasn't for me, not much would be happening whatsoever. And there was times where I slowed down, some people reached out worried or concerned. Hey Raf, where are you? Are you not covering the case anymore? Well, obviously I am. I just wasn't sharing, reposting the videos on Reddit. And then I said, well, you know what, I'm just slowing down a little bit. Don't want to cause any trouble. Don't want to cause any problems. I've seen the resistance. I've seen the way people respond and what they say about my videos when I do share them. And the moderators or the leaders were like, oh, screw all that. That doesn't matter. Just keep on posting, keep on doing it. As a matter of fact, Raf, we'll create your own little flare or tag so you can post it under that section for your video so it's more relevant then. That's exactly what I continued on, posting and resharing, and obviously it led to a problem. So that's not good, is it? Now, the way of understanding it in a more balanced way is either I was silenced and shut down and my videos are removed from the Reddit page because the moderators and the leader has turned on me, or maybe more so, is like links back to there are a handful of cretins on that Reddit page who have obsessions with me in a negative way, get whingy, whiny, throw the toys out the pram whenever I single-handedly keep the page alive. They get a little bit petty or jealous, downvote my video in a matter of seconds when it has been shared on there. People are very quick to hit the downvote button on every post that I do on Reddit. That's how sad and pathetic the platform is for most part of it. And I've got extensive experience there with all other subreddit groups in the past to do with completely other different things. Yes, you can call it Reddit, a forum page, which could have a consistency of a 70 to 80% audience of impetuous humans with a lower IQ, retention attention rate, with a form of egocentrism playing in the minor role, poor development and growth as a child onwards. That's how I'd interpret it, in my opinion. There are some good people on Reddit and I've come across them and they could still be around now and they could still be on my channel. But a great handful of others out there are complete cretins and just problematic humans, and it is somewhat infested on that Reddit page as well. That because people are downvoting, people are making false claims about me. You had opening map, that pathologist or former coroner who's got a bit of an attitude issue and an obsession with me, criticizing whatever I do and the videos that I make, and a handful of other prats out there as well with either default usernames or obscure ones, not their real names, of course, because Reddit doesn't work like that compared to the likes of Facebook. But nevertheless, people have a lot to say on Reddit about me, but not here. Absolutely pathetic cowardness, piss poor, peasant-like piss pot mentality, okay? That's the way it's gone. But if people have a problem with me, it puts the moderators, the leader, in a troublesome situation. They don't have to facilitate just to me or my needs. If they need to put their page or group first and the majority of their members, that's fine. That's okay. I stick to what I do and keep to myself. If that's what needs to be done, then I will keep to myself. I get that. I don't want to be a problem on the Reddit page. But there is that side possibility, because it was mentioned at some point in the past by the leader of the Reddit page that there was a lot of false claims, reports and things post being flagged. And the moderator, the admin, whatever you want to refer to it as, had to deal with it all. And there was several reports to do with my videos and post, false reports, most definitely. And maybe that coincided with post being deleted, taken down automatically, or that the leader or moderators were in a position where they had no choice but to remove my videos just so they could keep their Reddit page and group open. That if my videos remained, it could lead to the whole thing being shut down, so they had to preserve, defend themselves as a form of damage limitation. I understand that, but at this moment in time, there is zero context. But it just so happens that WarLike, all under control, balanced like Wrath, has basically interpreted it in a balanced way. Either the main people have a problem with me all of a sudden, or more so, people from the past and those with obsessions, just members only, falsely reporting my post videos, admins, moderators having to deal with the shit, and taking an act of damage limitation to keep the page up, and I get caught up in it at the end of the day. A little bit problematic, right? But it's happened. Anyway, my channel here, I do what I do, make the videos that I do. If humans do come on here and demand what I should and shouldn't do, at the end of the day, maybe you make your own channel, do your own videos then if you feel that there's a better way to do it or a more controlled way. I'll do what I do because it works. And people do forget that I do have experience in what I'm doing. That's why I do it the way I do. It's pretty simple as these are the people that are doing a lot of talking or issuing a lot of demands towards me. They don't do YouTube, so they wouldn't know what it takes and what it's like. So they're not in a position to be talking, right? But people still talk. We'll maybe get a little bit more into that later. But let's now transfer on to the reference of, and I'm going to change it up because, because it's switching and changing, we'll stick to the same order about the false claim made on Reddit. False claim, false assumption towards me, which kind of ties in line what Hezi was getting at earlier. It's an unfortunate cycle going on, but I'll show you now to make it more clear. This is the beginning of it as you see on screen, and to be fair, this isn't even in regards to my own actual video, but what happened after. 15 days ago, roughly, this post or screenshot taken from the Noah Presgrove Reddit page, the one that I've been referring to just before with my post being removed by moderators. Excellent Spite, classified as a mod, has posted this particular one. Newly discovered Snapchat image from 9/4/2023 at 4:30 AM. See, the mistake made already is describing it as a new discovered Snapchat by the likes of Tim Daniel. No offense to Tim Daniel, because their presence on my channel in recent time has been nothing but good and reasonable. But technically speaking, WarLike Wrath, was the first to publicly release this Snapchat post on my channel. And arguably speaking, I was the one, the first, the catalyst, the turning point in regards to the other Snapchat post of Mikey in bed with the timestamp attached as well. Then, shortly after, I believe, Tim Daniel reposted, reshared or so on one of the pages on Facebook amongst discussions, which is good. It's a good thing. But yeah, for it to be newly discovered, more so it should have been to do with my video, my post, what I did, because I was the first. But it happens. It's only because I remember I was the catalyst. I was the first and really only one to reveal the location of where Dylan Round's body was in Lucin, Utah. And majority of the human race don't even acknowledge that and are not even aware. They jump to the big channels a year later, as in the location. Wow, never seen before. Wow, this is really interesting. Oh, bitch, please go back. like a year ago to when I did it, when I was the first one, when I mapped it out almost single-handedly with some little clues and breadcrumbs along the way, and I was almost pinpoint accurate, and not many people gave a fuck about it. How unfortunate, typical popularity contest, but there we go. So, it's the comment section though, where supposedly the issue arises. OK Report. And it's very interesting this, because OK Report, whether it's in regards directly to this particular comment or more so a similar post, I have seen this individual on my channel in recent time. You remember when Caden Pressey was about in the live chat? OK Report was actually present. Now, it might just be a coincidence that the username here is similar to what I've seen on YouTube, but, you know, it seems like it could be the same person. So they have been on my channel, possibly. OK Report says, peculiar how WarLike Wrath shows censored photos of a particular set of party goers, so-called evidence, having no problem showing uncensored photos of an intoxicated female minor. So OK Report is trying to twist it to make it seem like I'm some kind of dodgy individual when it comes to the opposite gender of a certain age, that this is allowed but that isn't, to highlight some kind of double standards and possible hypocrisy. At the end of the day, OK Report has greatly misunderstood the process of this all and the future videos that came afterwards. So OK Report may need to do a report on themselves to assess what's really going on in their impetuous mindset. And we'll get to that a bit later. Could it be, so they're not stating that it's a fact, but a suggestion, could it be that recent events, the increase in donations on his live streams? Well, this is absolutely embarrassing. My goodness. Live streams? What are you on about? My videos, 99% of the time, are not live streams. They are pre-recorded videos. Standard format, long format videos on YouTube. OK Report. Clearly, you're not a YouTuber, a content creator, or even a proper consumer doing their research, because whilst I might say the customer is always right, this time, wrong. Okay, the sell-by date has expired, but not on the crackers, not on the pork chop in the background, man. It's on the individual themselves. Goodness gracious, golly gosh me. Beauty Garumo, I need another makeover because I'm sweating buckets right now at how intense this situation is. I'm about on verge of crying my eyes out and my nails are stained. What am I going to do about that exactly? Well, let's get a little bit more serious and lock in with what's been mentioned here. First of all, with the censoring, and then about the other things that are acceptable, and then the mention of donations. So let's begin. Right, this is where we get a little bit more serious and we use a little bit more common sense, okay? When it comes to the partygoers' points of views and posts that have been made or created, it was Caden Pressey to record Georgia, 15 or 16 years old. Caden Pressey made a decision to do that. Caden Pressey decided to make the decision to record this and other things, and maybe other people in between. Whoever released it public in the first place, whether it be Caden Pressey or somebody else, they didn't have any limitations or restrictions of what can and can't be shared, even if it does involve a minor. So, it's bad for WarLike Wrath to show photos of this person or that person, but the moment it's of someone else that's been blurred out, the double standards there, picking and choosing. I'm not the one to take the photo in the first place. I'm not the one to record it in the first place. Let's forget about Caden Pressey. A little double standard there type mentality. This is where it gets really low level behavior mentality. Get a grip, okay? I was not at the party. I'm not even from the US, okay? And it's been interpreted that the photos that I'm showing is a bad thing because other stuff that should be uncensored isn't. But the previous stuff is uncensored because, oh my God, it's because they were released uncensored in the first place. Wow! Maybe by the same people that recorded it. Wow! Oh my God. But when it comes to some other material in the hands of other people who may be a bit more strict, who have different guidelines, it can differ. Common sense. Some people that take some photos who may then later release them or pass them on to somebody else to upload may have a lower, better, improved leniency level on what can be shared and revealed information-wise. Then along the way, photos, videos, or information and screenshots, text messages, other people could be very tight and restrictive and cautious and say, hey, Wrath, if you're going to cover this, don't be doing this, don't be doing that, don't mention that I told you this or that, and so on, like how it would be amongst other people. Some people, whether that be in this case or past ones, that have said to me what I can and can't do, and I've understood and I've respected it from the dark side, from the light side, and more so from the light side. And there was a lot of restrictions, a lot of limitations, but I was like, I understand. Oh, but when I follow, when I acknowledge, when I respect the wishes from the dark side on what can and can't be showed, that's really bad of WarLike Wrath. But when it comes to the light side, and there's even heavier limitations, and that's perfectly fine. Don't you worry, bless your consarks. Get a grip. Balance. It sounds like the moment I'm balanced, I am the biggest villain about. What, the black sheep? Well, I can do a bit of a sheep sound. So there we go. Farmyard all in place. Where the moo cows at, maybe Beauty Guru Moo will know where they at. And we'll do a bit of follow-up on that extended dialogue. Be sure to stick around for later as we cut through all the darkness with some light in some way. But in regards to some people that have more leniency, less restrictions, hence more can be shown, and then other people from a different perspective with their own material, with stricter, tighter limitations, it's going to differ as for what can be shown and revealed. Common sense. Different sets, different groups of people with their own bits of material, photos along the way. It's not that hard to understand. But clearly, OK Report fails to understand the concept and the process of, oh, if I disrespect people's wishes, I wonder what will happen. Oh, maybe bridges will be burnt down. Maybe people will then not reach out anymore. And then maybe no more updates, no more photos, post or media could be provided or shown, which could provide a bit more context, backstory in the case. So basically, what some of the light side want me to do is go against the dark side, burn bridges down, ruin the chance of additional evidence or material. So then we can, what, complain about how there's not enough material in the case and where is it? Why is it not there? Oh, it's because you advised me to do something and it was a shit decision and it ended up going wrong. That's why I tend not to listen to positivity normally from positive people either. I gotta be realistic. I gotta be dark. Oh my God, dark side? No, I'm a different dark side. WarLike After Dark. Handcuffs are back there in the drawer. Belt as well. Do they need to be whipped out today? Hopefully not. Oh, is there any more lipstick and makeup as well? That's not my speciality. But there'll be people present right now that will have a full palette full and much more. And, you know, speaking of which, the nails, you can clearly see there's still remnants on it. And beauty, I'm going to be following that up because that needs to be resolved immediately. Okay? But in regards to, you look at some Snapchat posts which had the face completely blurred out. Yeah, it's not the best, is it? But I did what I could at the time. If I didn't do it, then I couldn't do the photo or video, and then you wouldn't learn or see it yourself. But remember something, OK Report. Do a follow-up report, and I don't mean report my videos like how other people have at some point, but do some research, conduct maybe a bit of a comparison analysis with my recent and future videos of where I did a follow-up of the Snapchat post here and there. More importantly, the Mike Hilaire situation in bed with his eyes open, face shown, whilst there was a box or a circle more so, or an oval, over the people's faces. They were opaque. What's the point censoring it in the first place? It's a means of respecting people's wishes in the background who pass on the material in the first place. And it's also a means of me trying to negotiate to get the best outcome for everyone. So you can see it, but they can also have their wishes respected. But now you can see it even clearer. You go back to that post, look at the odd one in recent time, you can clearly see the face, you can see the eyes, you can see everything, and it's not that censored. The reason why the first time it was the way it was, because it's the first time I'm doing it. I'm being careful, I'm being cautious, I care, okay? The same can apply with the odd individual out there. If a human could be nervous or cautious, it's because they care. They don't want to mess anything up. They don't want to ruin the situation. They don't want to cause problems towards someone. And then with time, when you get a bit more confident or you get a bit more use or experience to doing something or being in the presence of someone, things change with time. There is a process. People do not understand it. It's not that difficult. There was a time in the past when YouTube false third-party copyright claims on my videos, absolutely incorrect. I did everything right, nothing wrong, but at a time of when I experienced it for the very first time, I had no clue what to do. I wouldn't know what to do when it's the first time round, so I just followed what it said, cut this out and cut out that, messed up my video, ruined it. But then with time, I thought, you know what, I'll counter it, I'll dispute it, I'll do a bit more this time, I'll try and negotiate. And I was in the right from the start, and it proved in the end because the claims were dropped back then in 2022 onwards, right? So the same process applies here. Photos, clips, screenshots provided, censored, okay, but can we make it a little bit clearer so you can still see through the censored box circle to some extent? Okay, fair enough. Negotiations underway. Everybody happy. Not that difficult, but people still find it hard to understand, and there's only so much I can do. And furthermore, the cretin-like mentality of, oh, because of the recent donations WarLike Wrath have received. Oh yeah, this is a donation for WarLike Wrath. Let's not forget, treat it like some kind of food bank charity. Let's just stand up on the chairs in the name of we the people. We the people fill these pockets full. They're not even that deep. Doesn't even go that deep. That's just my hand poking through, nothing else. Don't create any conspiracies. Don't pull out the measuring tape. It doesn't measure up to standards or expectations. Cannot do anything about that. But I'll tell you something. I'll pull my hand out. And what do I have in there? Do I have pockets? Do I have carrots? Do I have potatoes? Do I have massive amounts of money or deep 24-carat gold-plated earrings from Brookbounds Carter? No, I pull my hand out and oh shit, what's that? Sorry, I got a little bit naughty there. Shouldn't have done that, okay? Yeah? Oh, you want it fucking harder? Yeah? Real harder? Oh, yeah. Go on. Give it right now. All right, calm down. I think some people are getting a bit desperate there, rushing to try and slap me. I know exactly who wants to slap me. Oh, yeah, I do. But that aside, it's the timing of it all. Is it a coincidence? No. Is it time-based and relevant? No. What people fail to understand, at least for that censored photo, the very first one, that came out first. The super chats, super stickers from the dark side documented in that one video that time, which was a big surprise, but also a big positive. Of course it would be. It's a surprise. Wasn't expecting it. The super chats and super stickers occurred at a much later time. The censored post occurred much earlier on. There isn't a direct correlation there. And some people will desperately try and reach out for everything. Oh, yeah. And this is the thing. A public form of support. Nothing dodgy, underhand going on there. It's just a matter of saying, thank you for covering the case. Thank you for keeping it alive. Why is it so hard to understand that? I think OK Report fails to understand is there are people from the light side that have also supported my channel in different ways over time. At the same time as when being in the presence of the dark side, because other people out there actually have some good reasoning ability. And the little whiny, whingy individuals that could be considered freeloaders that do F all on my channel, but have a lot to whine about, a lot to say in reference to the super chat, super sticker thing. People do what they want with their money. I'm not going to tell them what they can and can't do, but what I will definitely do, whether people like it or not, is say shout out to this person or that person because what they did was a nice thing or a positive thing. Has it led to a $100 super chat and then there's been a message underneath saying, WarLike Wrath, we need to have some naughty talk time later. Call me 24/7. No. Has there been any other references? Here's $59 to WarLike Wrath. By the way, I'm going to be sending you a private message afterwards because you need to be told off and we need to tell you what you can and can't do. No. Have I been given free rides on the donkey or the Bucking Bronco Bullhorn competition? No. Have I been given free cowboy hats all day, all night long and free saddles by Lan? No. Okay. Hopefully Brooke Bounce Carter heard me calling Lan, probably that loud that I've summoned him. He probably woken up out of bed thinking, what the hell's going on? But, you know, it's just a timing of it all. I think there might have been a bit of a joke made of them, as in, not that I was aware of it, but like when the super chats or super stickers were coming out on that night, the odd person made a joke saying, I wonder what people from the opposite side are going to think of this. Oh, we're paying WarLike Wrath off. Literally being so open and upfront about it in a sarcastic, joking way. Still showing genuine support to that extent, but highlighting how it can be interpreted after. It's just taking some time for people to pick up on it. That's typical. So what next? Someone from the light side does a donation or a super chat of $100 to WarLike Wrath. Oh, does that mean I'm being paid off there as well? I'm just being paid off everywhere. I'm being paid off so much, I might as well not even cover the case, man. And I'm still making videos from both sides and perspectives. Maybe not all at the same time because it's just not always possible. I'm just doing what I can in the moment with what's currently present. If I need to be ordered or directed to jump off into a different direction, it may not work out properly. So it's just not practical. I do what works. And see, this is what I mean. This is where we tie in with the next point about the moderation in the chat and comments. Oh my God, you see how red that is? I've been slapping myself silly. Oh, I'm not slapping myself. People in the chat, people present somewhere slapping myself, okay? Someone's got a like really long extendable arm that reaches over to be able to reach me. Where else? Anyway, so with that being in mind, impetuous behavior, assuming, making jumps and conclusions without hard evidence, proof or hard linkage to, oh, super chat, super donation here, oh, must link to censored photo. No. Happen at 2 different times, wide apart, and furthermore, that from then till now, and more so in recent time, after the super chats and donations, whatever you want to call it, some of the images have been uncensored, or more so uncensored compared to previous ones. Negotiation, understanding, still being able to deliver, publicly reveal, and provide to you never seen before material. If I had followed other things, probably wouldn't have worked out. If I had done it differently, probably wouldn't have got it in the first place. You wouldn't have had anything, then you would have complained about not having enough material, but it all comes back to your decision making and thoughts. I have it under control, you do not. Simple as, let's move on. When it comes to the moderation thing, it was first mentioned by Safia. Okay, Safia Moffat. Why should WarLike Wrath have moderators in his live chat and comment section to delete, to remove, to block the dark side and people that call the likes of Justin Roy a paedophile? False claims made, no hard evidence to prove that. Let's make that clear. But then some other attacks along the way and other people back and forth all over the place. And just to clear up the chat to make it healthier and safer. No, 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 no. The people that tell me or suggest, and maybe other people down the line that demand that I do this or that, no offense, but it's coming from people who are not content creators, not even proper YouTubers, who don't have any experience whatsoever doing what I do. But they're saying what should be done and what will work. I will respond back to that right now immediately based off from 2013. But if we want to be a bit more fair, let's say about 5 years of experience from 2019, 2020, when I started covering mysteries, true crime and so on, and got deeper into that, more active on YouTube. For about 5 years of total non-stop experience of watching communities burn down, plants being added in with seeds of doubt, imploding upon itself fake false accounts, impersonation ones aimed towards me and others to try and divide and conquer and split things up, everything going downhill, but not directly on my channel, but everywhere else. Me making predictions along the way, knowing what would happen, how it would happen, who could possibly do it, the reasoning behind it, how bridges were burnt down, strongholds were destroyed, the last beacon outpost spire out there, towering upon everything else, warlike last centurion wrath. Okay, what, in the north, in the south, east, west, or where the sun doesn't shine, still remaining, still standing as everybody else crumbled, peasants all about elsewhere, refugee crisis, people jumping ships and jumping on boats aboard to try and climb onto me, my shoulders and back. I'm not some kind of playground equipment, nor am I some kind of gym thing. You will not be lifting or curling me. I might be curling you though. Anyway, I don't know where we're going with that. But what I'm trying to get at is it's all under control here. And my predictions along the way and my lack of action in certain ways, such as not having moderators, has led to still being here. The reason why it's a bad thing to have moderators is because short term, it may block out and silence the negativity and false claims and the dark side. But at the end of the day, people can always come back under another account. So if you push people away, they will come back harder and in numbers and alternative accounts, so you won't even be able to recognize who is who anymore. If there's bad people present, allow them to be present so you know who is who and their original names, and it can also be documented and archived within the live chat conversation, okay? All under control. This happened in the Dylan Rounds case. People jumped aboard. Noah's Ark effect. When other channels shut down, when other channels were on pause, when other channels received a strike, the audience and much more came over to me. Did I want it? I didn't mind it at the time, but there wasn't much focus on the case. Oh, did it harm my video? Did it harm the focus for other people's viewing experience? Yes, to an extent. Oh, should moderators have been added at that time? No, because people will eventually move on. Stamina war. My stamina could be like an Arabian horse, but for other people it could be as little as a cow udder. It's not much, it's not full, not much is coming out, but it'd be going somewhere as the bell rings around the neck. No one's strangling themselves, not here, but in a previous case, someone was known for strangling somebody else. That was a completely different story. Low standard humans out there, lots of people with mugshots on their faces, not me, not even a fucking product of my face on a mug either, no merchandise, because it's not needed. All here, all the quality present. But, you know, at the end of the day, when I saw the moderators on other channels, they got power hungry, they blocked the wrong people, they got too controlling, so then it casted doubt on the audience that said, why did you block me? Why did you silence me? Why are my comments no longer here? Accident or not, then it pins doubt and blame on the creator, the channel owner, for appointing these mods in the first place. You appointed the wrong people. Now your reputation is in tatters, a knock-on effect, people more divided than ever, things fragmented, no longer be able to see or document certain behavior by certain people because they're now silenced. Some may return back under other aliases, names and accounts, and you don't know who's who, you can't track, and it creates the worm effect. These are key words and predictions and lines that I said from day one, which I can still apply right now, and it will happen, but it's not happened as much here because I've kept it more under control. And you think having no moderators is a good thing? Well, people could argue and say that the chat is as wild as a zoo and it's disrupting and it's bad and it's troublesome. Hallelujah, guess what? There is a method to sort the problem out if you have a problem. You can report anybody, you can block anyone in the chat. So it helps your viewing experience. If there is somebody in the live chat or comment section who's ruining your viewing experience, you have the right, you have the power to block them. You will never have to see their face or comments again on my channel. Oh, so why don't I just do it then? Why don't I appoint a moderator to do it then? Because if I block someone, or if a moderator on behalf of my channel myself blocks someone, it blocks it for everyone, so then no one can see that person or talk to them. That can create a divide and split. One person may not get on well with another person, but that other person gets on well with 10 other people. I block that one person, those 10 other people suffer because of that one person that felt offended or annoyed by that one individual. It has a knock-on chain effect. It can lead to things being put in doubt and questioned. But if I start listening to people's demands from the light side of what I should and shouldn't do, who I should block, who I should report, who I should add as a moderator, that's not exactly being balanced. So what does that mean at the end of the day? That the contents, the videos on my channels in regards to the case cover it from the light side and the dark side, but in terms of viewer feedback, comments related to the dark side, oh, we'll block and censor them. That's not balanced, that's unbalanced. That creates instability, and then it'll have its own problems, backlash, and furthermore, some people could feel betrayed. Then it could lead to bridges being burnt down. Then it could lead to evidence or material not being passed on anymore like how it was previously. So then you can fuck it all up for everybody else and myself. So I'm not going to go down that route because I already know how it goes. When it comes to dialogue with humans, I might be a person of few words at times and other times because of other reasons, because I can already predict how a conversation is always going to go before it's even happened. But at times I'll do the talking on behalf of them, save them the time because I know exactly what's going to say, because humans are too predictable at the end of the day. I've analysed people for over 10 years. And there was that time where I predicted exactly what someone was going to do to me in real life within a 5-year period of 5 years ahead. And they said, WarLike Wrath, or my actual name, you were exactly right. I've been a bitch. That's what exactly I was going to do. So if I can predict what someone's going to do to me in real life within the next 5 years, I'm sure I can clearly predict what will happen if I had people as moderators or didn't. Okay? And the way I keep it as it is can work out. Short term might seem impossible. Long term, it is possible. Dylan Brown's case did the same thing. I did my analysis, I did the predictions, I did the psychology. People were begging me, Daddy, please stop. No, not quite that. Got the wrong frequency there. Let me just retune myself. People were like, WarLike Wrath, don't do that. Move on. Keep on with the case. If I didn't acknowledge it, if I didn't do what I did then, we wouldn't have been able to move on with the case. People were saying that what I was doing at the time was wrong, and the drama and the conflict, I should not be connecting with it whatsoever. I should move on. But guess what? What I did, which other people said was wrong, it led to even more growth and health in the channel and the comments at the end of the day. It worked then, it can work now, and it will with time. And what I do want to say is, at the end of the day, these are pre-recorded videos. Pre-recorded videos, if they weren't a live premiere, they would just be uploaded whenever I choose to do so and publicize. So then people would then just comment in the comment section, but you haven't got the live chat or feedback and the additional presence as well and atmosphere. So it works the way it does, and because of the process and format that I've done, it's led to Kane and Pressy showing up, it's led to JJ showing up at the same time, Justin Roy, BBC, key named individuals, familiar faces, and maybe more with time, who knows, and those in the background as well, like Robin Smith and anyone else in between. So it's all under control. It's just that not everybody can see the same vision that I have. But with me, with time, with the extensive experience that I have, I can see how it can go and come about. There'll always be first-time experiences and bumps in the road, which could be very unexpected at times, but we'll see how that goes when it does arrive. But right now, it's fine. And what I would like to say is, at the end of the day, a live premiere with a live chat in the moment of when the video is being aired for the very first time. Once that live premiere has ended, it returns back to an original format video, which you can watch on catch up. So at the end of the day, if people have problems with others in the chat, you have the power to block them. You have the power to report them and report their comments in the live chat, in the comment section. You have options. Make use of them. Individuals in the past that whined and complained about the length of my videos were the same ones that did not take action in which you can actually adjust the speed of my videos. Okay? And furthermore, if people are here really for the case and about justice for Noah Presgrove, the same individuals, some that may say the live chat is ruined or it's bad, you need to block people, you need to shut it down, you need to turn it off. Well, if you're here for that reason, all about Noah, then why are you even bothering with the live chat then? If you're here for the video, the actual content, the actual case, then you should be watching the video, eyes on me, not on the chat. And how do you do that?
My God, the live chat on the right-hand side is really distracting me. I cannot focus, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a little emotional breakdown, okay? I'm gonna get into my little beanbag and curl up into a little ball, because I'm really distraught by this. I really need coffee to cool down. Yeah.
All you need to do is click on full screen mode, and once you do that, the live chat disappears, and you now have my fucking big head on screen just about, me talking. Okay, it might not be the best, I know, or at least what you're looking at, not the best, but you're now focusing in on the case. You haven't got the live chat distracting you. It's just about the case. And if you're here for the case, and if you're here for justice for Noah, there'd be no need to be complaining about the chat or the people there. Just be focusing in on the video at hand itself. If that's why you're really here, you've got options, make use of it. Not everybody does. And as well, even if you didn't want to be in full screen because you're like, ew, I don't want WarLike Wrath completely filling up my screen. That's too much, too close, bit disgusting. Well, you don't have to watch full screen. You can put it on cinema mode, and if not that, you just click the box somewhere where it says close live chat, and then you don't have to see it again. You have many options, make use of it. And once again, if I do have moderators, it will lead to more problems down the line, guaranteed. Do you really want that? No? Thought so. So, with that being in mind, let's now move on to something more light-hearted. We're just going to transition over. For those that are still watching or joining late to the Noah Presgrove coverage, be sure to rewind back to the start if you haven't already watched it. We're going to cut through the negativity now with some other random stuff, lightheartedness, in regards to what went down last night. Okay, let's transition. Well, here we are to start things off, and before people jump into the conspiracy section, the reason why there are red boxes is because I'm blanking out the stuff that may not be as relevant. We're just focusing in on the comments made in response to last night's video. First and foremost, Beauty Gurumo says, I am here, y'all. Yeah, girl, you do your thing, man. Oh my goodness, I'm here. See, the real positivity behind this is that Beauty is saying it with truth and conviction. She is hollering at the rooftop, letting it be known that she is present. Just like how Beauty Gurumo goes to Walmart, when she steps on through the door, whether it be inside of a mall or anywhere else, she makes her presence known. Hey everybody, y'all, I got 1.5 million followers, more grown by the day. Sorry, Mr. About 1.4, but I like rounding up. I'm going to collect my things around here. Mister, you want to take selfie? You want to buy my TikTok store? You can do that anytime you want, boy. Yeah. Oh my God, Beauty Gurumo, just get a grip of yourself. It's really too much for me to handle. Oh, yeah, too much to handle. And yet Beauty Gurumo, and let's not forget Sharon absolutely laughing herself out. Tears coming out the eyes. Eyes becoming wet, unable to see. Don't worry, we'll just get some towels or the WarLike Wrath member-only towel to wipe it away across your face and eyes. So basically, all on the same wavelength here, which is real good, really wholesome, smiling and laughing as it should be. But then, later on, a bit further down, Sharon's like, bloody hell, WarLike Wrath, what are you doing to me? I'm trying to watch the video, but you're making me laugh too hard. Don't care. I don't care, Sharon. I'm just doing my thing. You got a problem with that? You have to do something about it. Come on, Sharon. Fucking bring it on. And then Beauty Gurumo's like, not the drama. Or, not the drama, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, man. What the hell you doing? I'm just doing what needs to be done, drama or not. And speaking of which, Beauty Gurumo, literally tonight is what it's been about, but also me defending myself. That I think margaritas are not gonna do the spot. It's not gonna work, is it, Beauty? Whether you share them or you have them all to yourself, I think you need to up the level, man. I mean, you need to change the drinks up to something completely different. Even Shannon's on the verge of changing her drink as well. I wouldn't be surprised. Shannon trying to drink to cope with this video. Terrible idea, if I would say. You know why, Shannon? Because you'll be spitting it out anyway, laughing all over the place, choking once again. Really devastated for your sheets, your blankets, and anything else in between. Because when people choke, it ends up going all over the place. And then there's a cleanup on the next aisle. And I'm sure Beauty Garumo is in Walmart or Home Depot. You're gonna get somebody else to clean that mess up on the ground? Damn right, sister. Exactly what you should be doing. And this is just the first conversation. We haven't even moved on to the next screenshot. So what happened next? Oh, we got some kind of sisterhood growing. Beauty saying, yes, Sharon. Giving Sharon a round of applause. How lucky you are. Look at that. Oh my God. So yeah, got a round of applause. Hearts as well. Sharon's like, oh goodness, what's going on? But, you know, and even Beauty said, Sharon, oh me? Oh my baby. I don't know what the hell's going on no more, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just crying my eyes out and got no tissues about. I can understand the emotions being expressed here. Even Skippy hopped on in saying, oh no, Raph, what's going on here? Even the coyotes getting jealous in the background because their nails are brown from digging into the grounds. Even they need better claws than me. Beauty Garumo, just not built like that, baby. Oh, baby, man, with the round of applause and everything else. Oh, yeah. Beauty Garumo, once again, saying it with complete conviction, confident in oneself and abilities. Built different? Oh, so what are you built like then? Really intrigued now, Garumo. I'm on an edge of my seat, ready to explode because I cannot handle this tension. Could cut it through with a bit of cotton wool and I'll be absolutely amazed by this. And then Skippy says, Beauty, Sharon, please help him. Oh no. No, what does that mean? Help me in what way? What does that lead to? I'm going to be put in a straitjacket? I'm going to be tied down to a chair? Yeah, I'm sure Sharon would enjoy that, man. I want to be tied down. It's not right. I need to be able to breathe. And Sharon's like, for fuck's sake, Raph, no! Stop doing it. You're making me laugh too hard. Oh, is that so? I thought that was just a door creaking, but no, it was just the voice. See, we're getting into some like unknown territory of different language and communication, which some people may not be able to understand or pick up on. Anyway, with that all being said, we probably should move on to how the conversation followed next. In response, Sharon said to Skippy, I'm lost. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have no clue who this individual is. Who's WarLike Wrath? No clue. That's very interesting, that. It's a shame that Sharon is lost. Maybe her compass her navigation has centered the wrong way and appeared here out of nowhere. Maybe. Beauty is like, oh my God. Exactly. That's the correct reaction to have when you see my nails. But then again, you shouldn't be shocked. You're the one that painted them. Tim Daniel jumps on in. Ref gone goth. Oh, cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Anyway, Beauty says, not the moo. Oh, no, yeah. Not the moo. But, you know, Beauty, it's all in the name. Beauty, Guru, moo. Come on, it's okay. It's okay to howl at times. Just holler your name and it'll be all fine. Don't worry, Beauty. It's all sorted out. Everything's all in place. Moo. Don't worry. Brenda says, someone please give WarLike Wrath a manicure. Now, who's going to step up for that? Anyone? It's gone rather silent. Moving on. Wrath, what does Sharon say here? Wrath, stop it! You have no varnish remover. Sharon, what do you think? Do I look like the type of person to have varnish remover? Beauty says, Raph, yeah, slay. Exactly. Give me a round of applause. I'm receiving a lot of claps out of nowhere, which is really good. You know, Beauty Garumo, it's nice to be appreciated. Appreciated is very good sometimes. I want to be appreciated. That's great. Skippy jumping on in as well. Goth, Raph is dark. Raph after dark, I guess. I said to Sharon, no, I have no varnish remover. Beauty, same ref, same. Oh my God, Beauty, you actually relating to me? You're relating? That's such a warm feeling. Oh my God, I feel like all daisies are floating around my head. Oh my God, I can't even breathe anymore. Oh no. And then Sharon says, Raph, what? You nutty? I might be, Sharon. And it's not the first time people have said that I'm nutty. There was someone in the past called Tasha T from London who's got the London look. Oh my God, shut your mouth. Close the back door, Sharon. What? You got no varnish remover? No, I don't even know the secrets to Victoria, nor do I have any direction of where to go. But it seems like, Sharon, that you've shown up at the right time. My goodness gracious. Welcome, Sharon. Would you like anything? Let me tell you something, Sharon. There was a time where someone said I was a cashew nut. And when I looked up that and researched, cashew nuts are small. But bursting with flavour, which is good to know. The real question is, Sharon, do you like nuts? Do you have an allergy to nuts? Come on, speak up, Sharon. Take your time, just calm down, just answer clear, correctly, coherently. No, you can't understand me when I'm talking this voice, we don't fucking care. Just say what you gotta say, okay? Yeah, say it like how Beauty Garumo says it in her Southern Country accent, man. So fine, boy. Come on, Sharon, you can do it, girl. You gotta try a little bit harder, man. Okay, we'll await her response. Might take 12 to 16 business days. Beauty Garumo. Baddie with the fatty is Beauty Garumo. Whoa. And then I said exactly in capital letters because I'm a shouty man like the people are on Facebook. Beauty says the red looks amazing. See, from one expert to another, clear coordination, cooperation, exactly how it should be within this community, that Beauty acknowledges that what Sharon has done is amazing and looks amazing. Oh, Sharon, stop blushing. We haven't even got to that point yet. Hold it back. So, why is Beauty coming in with the rhymes in times? Baddie with a fatty. Oh my goodness. Jumping on in. All with the flow. Going so low. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do? You're going to make me turn into Scooby-Doo? We're going to solve a little mystery. No need for that because it's quite clear and obvious that you know what's really going on. You measure up to high standards like that makeup as well. Oh my God. Beauty with a... What does that even mean? Some kind of like language or like slang? Oh, I know what it means. I'm getting a little bit jelly as well. Whilst Beauty may be able to share her margaritas, she will not be able to share her fatty because it's all herself, all natural. Moment brought into this world, glowing with lots of hope and dreams, and eventually being the biggest baddie around town, and everybody clearly acknowledging that. Stopping at red lights, no, it means keep going forwards, no stopping this girl in time with all the latest trends and much more. What am I saying? I'm not even breathing. It's about being red. I think I am red, the definition of it right now with how much I've been talking. But that aside, the reason why I'm a little bit jelly is because Beauty... you know what? I'm actually going to be addressing that a bit later. I'll show my face to some extent. Capacity will get to that. Sharon says, Raph, I don't know you. Sharon doesn't know who I am. Doesn't know why she's here. Oh, goodness. Yeah, man. How would I know Sharon? You know, I don't really know too much about Sharon. I don't know what she eats. I don't know what she likes or dislikes. I don't know what's on her mind right now. I don't even know what clothes she's wearing. I don't know if she's got long, short hair, whether it's tied up or not. I don't know if her arms are above her head or behind her back. I have no clue. All I know is that Sharon is from Mars, out of this world, probably out of reach and out of touch as well. But you know, on a higher standard, broadband as well. Oh my God. Oh no. Yeah. Beauty says, Raph, stop! My gut hurts. Well, this is what I mean, Beauty Garumo. Whilst you may be a baddie with a fatty and you measure in and you're just absolutely amazing and I'm very jealous, because your gut is hurting, your stomach is being exercised by laughing. So if you ever need a 24-minute, 10-second, 24/7 workout, just watch this video and you're literally exercising whilst doing whatever you need to do. Come on, this is free of charge, beauty. This is the best deal you're gonna get. And even Sharon is laughing because it's so true. Oh no, Sharon, I hope your tummy is not doing backflips inside. Why should it be doing backflips? I want it to do a forward 360 flip. We're not going backwards, we're moving forwards, Sharon. We're always moving forwards in the name of we the people, we the nips, we the people watching in the name. We keep going forwards in the name of we the makeup, we the lipsticks, and we the squirrels. Getting very feral now, Sharon, very feral and raw. Beauty with a skull emoji, because this is where things got a little bit petty, because I said, whilst I prefer Sharon's abilities with her brush stroking and the nails and the colour there, as for the hair, well, Beauty, no, not even that. And Beauty's like, hold up, mister, what the hell are you trying to say? I know, we'll sort that out in just a second. Well, first of all, Sharon says, Wrath, I am blushing, bloody hell. Is that so? Don't worry, Sharon. It's not going to be the first time. It won't be the last. Maybe it might happen in just a second, unless I've beaten you to it. Yeah, exactly. As you can see, already too late. You could say it's from the slap, you could say from the stuff. It's spreading all over. The redness is spreading all over. But why is that? Because the pure, rich, juicy blood reaching, grasping, clawing its way to the surface of the skin. What's going to happen next? I don't know. But as for Beauty, Betty with a fatty guru mo, being a bit petty, not sharing her 10-minute secret booty workout, my God. And here I am sharing all kinds of expert tips while she can learn on the spot, but I'm not getting anything back. I don't care about PayPal donations. It's all about cash me outside. How about that, man? Cash me outside. Come on, Beauty Gurumo. Come on, man. Okay? Whoa, oh my God. Oh my God, Beauty Gurumo, you need to back that truck up. You nearly crashed into me. I don't care if you got a fatty or whatever that is. You need to step back for a second, mister. My goodness. Okay? So whilst there's no booty workout, what am I going to do? If I got no booty because I'm flat as a pancake, I'm just going to be flopping all about. Don't need to rub it in, Beauty. It's not fair, but it's life. Maybe Sharon has some tips. Sharon, do you have any methods? Do you have any tips? Come on, Sharon. Surely you've got some secrets. No. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. You don't know what my name is. Why are you here? Anyway, as said, Sharon is from a different universe. Maybe in the future. Who knows? Okay, trying to make contact for the first time like aliens. Does Sharon come in peace? I repeat, do you come in peace? Or are you just completely confused and wonder, who the fuck is this individual? I'm out of here. Either way, doesn't matter. It's all under control. But as we said, you know, whether it be Beauty Gurumo, whether it be Sharon, you show up to somewhere, you're supposed to have some kind of makeup or blusher effect on the face. Don't even need to worry. If one is making people blush left, right, and center, just open the mouth and there you go. I am the makeup. I am the palette. Okay? I am the brush. I am the stroke. When the mouth opens, faces go red. Free of charge. Free makeup surface. Wow. But you never thought of that. But I'll tell you something, man. When it comes to Beauty Gurumo, I know exactly what's going on there. The reason why they call themselves Beauty in the username is that everybody who addresses them would have to say, hey, Beauty, hey, beautiful. Oh my God, that's such a really good tactic and method. A little bit manipulative, a little bit narcissistic. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna do some self-diagnosis because I'm such a quirky little bitch. But besides that, yeah, very interesting. Beauty Gurumo knows exactly what's going on there. use that name Beauty. So anytime anyone refers to your name, everyone is calling you beautiful. Wow. And then we got Shannon. Yeah, Shannon. What's going on? I don't know. But yeah, I don't care. Cash me outside. Get the Cash App. Get anything. Forget about PayPal. Get the Moo Pal in. Yeah, Moo Pal, and cash me outside. Get those tag handles added on in the background. You know, people no, flick the hands about. I'm not going to do that, to be honest, because I'm not that full, to be honest. I don't know what I'm saying. Wow. Anyway, Sharon, oh Sharon, wherever you are, how I wonder what you are. Are you twinkling bright in the sky, glowing just like your profile picture? You come out of this world from elsewhere to another dimension because seeing that hair on your head is perfect? The streaks and the glows, the smoothness of it, like the Milky Way as the stars pass on through. Don't worry, I'm not biting my lip. No blood has been drawn. The ears are burning crazy. Those eyes like a black hole trying to suck me in. Ooh. Suck all the energy out. Ooh. Is that Sam? Speaking of which, speaking of the darkness, speaking of black holes and whatnot, there are remnants on my hand in the corners of the nails, which is from Beauty Gurumo's nail work. It's stained, it's lasted for some time, and I've had to walk around with black nails, trying to avoid people questioning me. What am I doing? Am I going for a phase? Am I transitioning? No, I'm not. I was just in a compromising situation. So, Beauty Gurumo, no way, we're not going to be suing you, nothing like that, but I will need to use some remover to get rid of anything else and anywhere. Because what people don't understand is, Sharon, take notes, and anyone else watching, after that video ended, I was touching myself. No, that actually sounds a bit shit, that, to be honest. Let's reword that. I was touching my face at times. Why? Because if you got an itch, you're scratching, doing what you normally would do, or if you had something on your face, you wipe it off. But because of my nails, with the blackness on them, they were smudging off. So I had black marks all over my bloody face. And I only realised it later on. I had all black marks on my forehead, on my nose, because of, using my hand on the face and the nails catching. So we got a bit of a problem, Beauty. It seems to be catching and spreading all over, and that is just not acceptable. As for the other nails, clean, pure, because, no, Sharon, stop, don't kiss my hand. Back away. Shoo. When it comes to the nails, comes off and on just like clothes. When they need to be on, they're on. When they need to be off or pulled off, they get removed. And as you can see, removed on the nails, all fine. How it should be. No marks left behind like Beauty Gurumo. Goodness gracious me. But Sharon, my beautiful darling Sharon, could you please pass me the nail varnish remover? No? Why? Because you've used it all up? Oh no. That is so unfortunate. I've been let down. Poor Rafi. Little sad Rafi. Oh well, I'm sure I'll put up with it and cope. That aside, hopefully you found the video somewhat interesting in regards to the conflict and the mess that's going on at hand in the case. It won't always be like this. I just wanted to add it in because importantly, I needed to defend myself at a time like this with what's been mentioned and the silliness going on. The tones and voices at times can represent the ridiculous nature of what's going on to cut through the darkness as well, but still locked in more than ever. And we'll see what happens next, of course, and what video needs to be covered next, whichever and whenever that day comes. In the meantime, feel free to catch up on previous videos. Top right corner, you'll find them. And if you want to support the channel, comment section, pinned message, you'll find that there. That's all for now. My name is WarLike Wrath. Goodbye and good night.